We are live. It takes a few minutes. It can take up to 15 seconds when you do these lives. If you
Really?
notice on top, you see the time or no?
Yeah,
Okay. Now, do you see the time and the people up there, Carmela?
I see the time. Yeah. 17,
Then
8. Uh-huh.
and then it says 10 people. All right. Hey guys, Stigs and Carmela right here. We're gonna go with a song real quick. Everybody, welcome in. Let's have a little chat about this and that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's put this jam on right here. Since we are Jersey people, we're gonna go with a Jersey. That song is something, man. Oh my God. Do you feel that vibe when you feel that song, when you hear that song?
Yes, and I'll tell you why, mostly. I have a cousin named Gina and her husband's name was Tommy. And that's the
Um,
songs in that name in that the two names in that song. Yeah. So it's wild. It's
so it is a Jersey song. You feel the Jersey vibe when you
Mhm.
hear it, or what?
Yeah, big hair and Jersey.
You know, the story in there is pretty. It's pretty intense. It's a pretty good story. It's probably a story about many people, but it's really
Mhm.
every time if you hear it on the radio and you just hear it and you hear it and you hear it and the lyrics they just flow. But when you sit back and look at the lyrics and absorb the story, it's really crazy. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is good stuff. All
Mhm.
right, guys. Tommy Stiggs here, and Carmela's in the house. We are gonna shoot the shit about this and that. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we're just starting this off, kicking this off. We'll do this here and there, depending on how it goes. Seems like it'll be a pretty good thing. We have a little good chemistry. People have been saying, Stiggs and Carmela, you should do this more. So here we are. What are we gonna do here, girl? Let's all right. Go ahead. You talk to me.
All
Go
right.
first.
So we were just talking a little bit before the show. How did I originally find Tommy on YouTube? So, I was just scrolling around and I'm really into astrology and stuff like that. And I just kind of was like, well, there's probably some other stuff on here I might be into. And, I grew up in Jersey and, my mom knew a lot of people and, a lot of close people are involved and things like that. So I started looking up. I guess I looked up like mob in New Jersey. That's
Yeah.
probably what I did.
Yeah.
Or in the 80s or something like that. Something
Okay.
specifically what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And I came across Tom LaVecchia's show and
Uh-huh.
Stigs. I think it was Stigs and Bay Eighth were on there, and that
Yeah.
was the first. And that's Tommy's probably the first show that I subscribed to. When I
Oh,
saw that interview, I subscribed to LaVecchia and
yeah.
then unsubscribed not long after because it's just not my thing. But I just yeah, that's how I subscribed to you,
Wow.
and then I just kind of went from you, and then then it gets in your algorithm, and I just started finding other people, and then you start to see who you like and don't like, and I'm not big into the mob genre. I'm not. I really only am interested in people from Jersey, honestly. All that it's just not my thing. It's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like watching the History Channel.
It is a lot. Well,
Yeah.
the first show that you saw me on, it was me, Joey Bay Eighth, and Tom LaVecchia talking about Bobby Manna
Yeah,
and
that
Bobby
was
Manna
mhm.
about his compassionate release denial. That's 2 years ago,
Okay.
and I have it up there. I have the beginning of it. I'm going to show it, but that's where that's where I first went on. I
Mhm.
don't know how. I don't know why. Maybe Tom was doing the show. I might have been in his chat. He might have looked me up from that
Oh, okay.
and then possibly reached out to me. But that's the same thing with me. I'm interested in this stuff. It's what we know. It's what we do. And
Right.
plus, I have a history. So
Sure.
New, Jer-
Yeah.
New
Well,
Jersey mob or whatever it might be. I don't know how. Well, it's weird because okay, obviously Angel Gotti's name would come up in that type of algorithm naturally.
Mhm.
But no, but that came a little later because Tom LaVecchia had the channel before Angel. It was Tom LaVecchia,
Okay.
FBS,
Yep,
Maybe Lee
I
Cole.
watched him for a little while too, because you
Yeah,
don't really know what someone is about until you start watching it. And as I started watching it, I'm like, this guy has nothing to do with anything that I'm interested in, and so that didn't last long at all.
right. The lore was there because the topic looked like you
Of
can
course,
relate to it. Then you
right.
go into the show and you're like, what is all of this garbage?
That's exactly what
Right?
happened.
This isn't what I'm looking for. This
Right,
isn't what I'm looking for. It ends up being a drama genre. So there are a few different genres that are floating around.
right.
There's the mob genre, which is, I don't know. There are some channels I can't think off the top of my head. There
I
are some wonderful.
call Lee Cole, and even
No,
even
wait, back
great.
up. No,
What?
there's mob genre channels that are documentaries and that are
Oh, right,
stories, that
right,
are real stories done with AI or a good narrator.
right,
They're out there. That's the mob genre, so to speak, mafia topic.
right, right,
And then you have the mob drama genre, which
right.
is, they're good at what they do. I'm not going to listen, I'm not going to take it away from these guys. They do put work in. They're stuck in drama. There's the Lee Cole and James. There's Jeff Nadeau. There's the kid Adrian who has Sal Polizzi on. There's, that borders on that. What do you think? What do you think about all? Where's that line? What
Well,
is that?
I started watching They Do for a while, and then I started to see, like you said, he does not like Italians. He doesn't. Like, he's not for them. He's doing this mob thing, but he just rubbed me the wrong way. I can't, put my finger on it, but it's kind of like, basically they're the bad guys. Do you know what I mean? Because a few times, like, he'd say stuff like, well, these guys deserve to be put away. And I don't know, there was just never anything that really interested me. And
Right. So
he would only do people that really big people, or a lot of murders, or, then he started doing like this drug cartel stuff. And, like, of course, that doesn't interest me, but,
okay.
or gang stuff. But yeah.
Okay. So there's where the professional aspect gets disconnected when I say mob genre.
Hmm.
They're thinking that they're Barbara Walters, so to speak. They're thinking that they're professional. What do you call that? Professional what? Professional.
A prof-
What do you
uh,
call it? What do they call it? What do you even call that?
He's like, he thinks he's a friggin' newscaster. He thinks
Yeah.
he's.
What do they call journalists? Something like that.
Hmm.
Journalist.
Hmm.
I don't see it because a journalist or someone that does an informative show about that typically you can't see that snarly. You can't see that in there.
Right,
You're not supposed to see that.
right. It's like you're supposed to have a poker face, like, no matter what.
You're
And
supposed to deliver a story. Your personality will get them watching whatever you put up.
yeah,
And
that's
then you go into okay, how saturated is it? Hello, Gianni. Hello, guys. I didn't really address anybody yet. I wanted to get into this real quick, and then I'll address the chat. Just give me a
mhm,
minute. I think that I don't know. I think they just go away. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. With all the research that these guys put in and all the work that they put in, unfortunately, their personality, and this is coming from an Italian American woman that feels that vibe from someone like Jeff Nadeau. You
right.
might not feel it from Lee Cole. You might not feel it from OC Shorts was good until he went with Sammy Gravano, delivered the story and gone.
Well, that's it too. Anybody, and that's why I stopped watching Lee Cole. I like Lee Cole. He has a pretty good personality, to be honest. He's kind of funny. But I just got rubbed the wrong way. I don't like watching really anybody that platforms rats. I don't like it. It's not my thing, and I unsubscribed. It's not that I
Yeah,
dislike Lee. I just can't see giving these guys a platform. And then the comedy came when the Chicklet came on. That guy is such what a goofball. What
that was
a goofball.
all right. Before we go into that, let's welcome everybody. Okay, let's go down the list here. What we got here? We'll get back to that. Okay, we got William Brooklyn. We got Osada Treats is always around. CG2. Dave T. Is today your birthday, Dave T? If it is, happy birthday, sir. Adam Courvoisier is out and about, partaking in some shenanigans. Spirit in the Sky Blue. Spirit in the Sky Blue took us on a beautiful little tour today.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get to stay around. I had to go into some meeting, so I don't know where she was, but she took us on a nice tour. Big Bones is here. All right, Gorky's here. Christopher, hello. Don McHugh, Chris Gorky. Okay, we're down to the bottom. Stephen Marinello, my man, is here. All right, living on a prayer. Yeah, Pretty Monita is here. She is funny. Salvatore Pantano is very good, very good. He's posting up some shorts, trying to get his thing going over there. All right. Let's see. Let's go right down the line here, and that might be it. Joey Pope is right there. I saw that already. All right. William has a question. I don't know if he's a fraud. I don't do that stuff, so I don't know. There's so many people coming out of the woodwork. All right.
You don't
be
know
careful.
Fraud. What do you mean?
Johnny, be careful out there. Bobo, hello, Bobo. Johnny gets a pass. Don't shelve him. He's driving. Okay, as long as he's listening. The Chicklet. Nobody knew I gave him that name. Hello, Arlene Marlino. When they heard Big Tuna, what's up, Big Tuna? Nice to see you. When they heard Skinny and Snuff say Chicklet,
Yeah.
they knew right where it came from.
That was great.
Because that came, I thought, yeah, we talked about that before they did that show. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dave T, happy birthday to you. Okay, so then you got the mob rat genre. That's a whole other thing. But I found it a certain way. You found it a certain way. We found each other. The book is close to home for both of us. And that's how we started doing this thing. So it seems to be like we have a good thing. And we could probably talk about anything at all and have a good show. But tonight we're just getting into the background of how we found all of this. Well, the Chicklet thing, Snuff named him that. I know. Isn't that beautiful? No, it's okay, Gianni. I'm good with that. No problem. I don't need to be, front and center. But as I was saying, some of these people, they do put the research in if they did it the right way. I got to be honest. And you must feel the same way. How really interesting is it when it's somebody that you don't know of, that's not from your area? Do you lose total interest, or you don't even click on it?
I don't care. I don't care. I only care, I'm not into this big mob thing. I'm into the people that I know, my little area, what went on. Some of the people that, it may be in and out of New York, a little bit of this and that. But for the most part, it's that core group of people. I don't care about everybody else. I don't know them. I don't have enough time in my life to learn about them because it's a lot. And I just like my little thing. That's it.
It's just boring. It really is boring overall. It's the same story. Every wise guy started out with ripped shoes and wanted to make $2. It's just the same story everywhere.
Right. True. Yep.
So the rat stories aren't really exciting, especially that they are.
Oh God, it just kills me that they make money on here. That's my biggest. It makes me really pretty sick, actually.
It's bad, right?
I heard Sammy's running around with a T-shirt with the number 19 on it for the number of murders he committed.
Yes, Sammy Gravano has a shirt with 19 for the amount of murders that he was involved in or committed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we said this the other day, or somebody said it. He got 3 months for each body. That's what he got.
That's what it comes to.
3 months for each body. That is out of control.
And he's on here, and people love him, and he's popular, and they watch his stupid show, and I'm like, what kind of freaking people are these? Like, I can't get involved in all that. You gotta be kidding me.
Because it's because you why does it bother you? Because number one, you don't like rats, obviously.
Oh,
that's how we're built. But the other part is I don't know. There's so many different components to it that can make you say why, what, how, who, what is it? What is it all? What is it all? Who's going to survive in this? I don't know. You
Tell
know,
me. Tell
Francis was doing religious stuff, right? And I
who?
remember when he started, he was
Francis.
doing all Christian stuff. And
Who?
then he
Wait,
started to talk a little bit about the mob stuff.
who? Francis, right?
Yes, it caught
Oh yeah.
on.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it caught on. And then
Yeah.
the Christian people were saying, Michael, why are you talking about all of this stuff? We come here because we are followers of you, your church, or whatever it is you got, whatever it is. We come here for strength and for guidance, and to be in a church, so to speak. I mean, that's extreme, but we come here for Christian guidance, right?
Yeah.
And Michael would say, yes, that's my main core here. The mob stuff is not really important to me. Now that
And then
shows
he
you what a
found out that that
opportunity
didn't make
is.
any money. And then he found out he couldn't make any money that way. Apparently, would be my guess, because he's all about he's all about the cash grab, and he's doing great at it. But you know, why else would you switch over if you get on in 1 minute? Why would you switch over?
He's a racketeer and took advantage of the racket that is YouTube.
1,000%.
And charging money and doing this and
He's
that,
the
and he
friggin' best
abandoned
to
it.
ever do it. He's the best ever. Listen, if there's a way to make money, he's gonna find it. I
Right,
am not a fan. I am not subscribed. I don't care for him at all. But let me tell you,
right.
I wish I had some of his business sense.
Oh my God, he's a racketeer, and he's good at. Listen, he's good at it.
1,000%.
So what did he do? He's got the church that he does speaking about. He makes money on that, and he's got the YouTube mob stuff. He's got it both. He locked it in.
Yep.
He's a true racketeer, but a rat bastard, right?
Yes, he's a rat bastard.
All right, I'm going to show them where you found me. Check
But
this out.
Joey said he don't know who his father is.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, that Michael Francis is not his father. I mean, Sonny Francis is not his.
Sonny's not his father. He said maybe Chaz is his father.
Oh my God. Oh
Joe,
my God. Okay, I'm going to show you real now. Me and
uh,
Joe don't talk anymore, and I don't know. We had a little issue there, but this is where we started. This is where myself, Bay 8th, and well, this is the first show I was on. This is where you found me.
yeah,
Hold on a minute.
right.
I'm gonna hope Tom doesn't strike me. Oh shit. Oh boy.
Oh,
If Tom LaVecchia might strike me. No, he would never strike me, but all right, let's see if we can show this real quick. All right.
Sal's
Tom
comment.
LaVecchia, if you're watching, don't break my balls, Tom. Here we go. Let's see.
And we're live. Hello, Tom LaVecchia here with the latest edition of the Armchair. You need something from me? Armchair NBA. So, I'm here with Tommy Stigs. We're gonna do a little special episode, and it's going to be discussing the rejection, unfortunately, of Bobby Manna. Let me pull it up. And we were discussing high-ranking mobster, 91 years old, again denied release from prison, and to come back to New Jersey. So I have Tommy Stigs on, former associate in New Jersey. With that being said, Tommy, why don't you give a little context on who Bobby Manna is in terms of legacy and why this is so important?
He was a powerhouse in North Jersey, and all of Costa Nostra, really. He was a powerhouse. He was a big guy. It's unfortunate, man. I just don't get it. 91. And he didn't get convicted on the action. He got convicted on the thought or the conversation. It was not even acted out. They wanted to clip JG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apparently from the recordings.
Well,
And,
so let's kind of again, allegedly, although he's been found convicted, who knows with the government, he wanted to theoretically get John Gotti. Why do you think?
Because he went against protocol. They think John Gotti went against protocol. So that's where you first found me, right there, I think.
Yeah, like that was interesting to me. So yeah,
Yeah, that was a great show. He was 91. That's 2 years ago. So Bobby Manna is now 93
and
dying in jail. And they won't let him out on compassionate release. Now, I'm not saying that a 93-year-old doesn't have their marbles, because they do.
Right.
Listen, Sonny Francis was extorting strip clubs until he was 99, I think. So, you can, right? But
Mhm.
the point is, in today's world, when they're letting all these people out with all these things, and this guy is in there and he can't get out. He just can't get out. Hello, SPK. Hello, Dindu. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's really unfortunate. I think that's really sad. I don't know what they think he's going to do at 90. First of all, if you're doing anything at 93 years old, I mean, you could do things from inside. So I don't know what they think he's going to get out and go do. I just don't think that that's fair. I'm really happy that Marty Tessetta is only 73 years old because he does have a chance to get out. And, 73 is pretty young. He looks pretty good,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, we'll see what happens next week. I mean, whenever they only got a few more days to come with their case, and it's looking optimistic. It's looking promising for him.
Yeah, I think so too. The fact
You
that
know what I mean?
the fact that the feds postponed it.
He did 30 years. He was home for a couple in between,
Uh-huh.
and never even asked for an aspirin. Never complained one bit. If my friends that talk to him on the phone say he just sounds like he's just doing what he's got to do. He's in Trenton State. That's tough time right
Oh,
there.
Jesus, that's disgusting.
And he's doing it all there. So, is there criminality? Is there conviction? Sure. There is, right? No,
Yeah,
naturally there is.
but I gave you 30 years of my life. Can I?
But 30 years, life on a body that he does not have on his belt.
Right.
And we'll see what happens next week. So, next
Yeah.
week, we'll see what happens. The government postponed it, which is a good thing.
Right.
Let's
Yep.
show a little bit more. Let's show a little bit more of this real quick.
Yeah.
This is funny. I can't believe it. Wow. Let's see what we got here. Over 30, yeah. And wanted to get it back in line. Remember, the West Side, they're all about protocol and structure and how it's supposed to be. They try to maintain it. That's why they're so successful all these years, right?
So typically, if you're Bobby Manna, right, for him to even make that call or that suggestion, it has to be assumed that he's at the administrative level, correct?
Yeah, I would assume.
So,
or if he's not at the administrative level and he's coming up with this, then he's being hypocritical because he's doing the same thing that he wants to violate John for.
good point.
Think about it.
So, why do you think? Possibly, why do you think it didn't get off the ground? Because there was a case where they heard about it. I guess it was bugged. They want.
Okay, I could clear that up a little bit. So what happened was they heard it on the wiretap. Why did it not get off the ground? Because he's talking about so Bobby Manna, the Genovese crew was they were going to clip John and Gene. They were apparently supposed to clip John and Gene,
Mm-hmm.
and the FBI intercepted it. The FBI, when we're done, SPK, when we're done, the FBI intercepted it, right? They tipped off Gotti, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't remember I'm pretty sure they tipped him off, but then they brought them in before, they brought them in. They arrested him. So,
Okay. And
but that's what they
went to jail for life. I think they went to jail for life.
he got multiple sentences. No, he got multiple. Yes.
Yeah, I think that was in the book that we're reading. It was him and the cop, him and the detective.
Him and the cop got the most because the cop was going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cop was going to do it. Now the feds did go to see Gotti.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The feds did go to see Gotti, but a bit more real quick. I just want this is interesting because this is where you found me. So
yeah. Well, that's my interest is Jersey and in particular the Genovese crew. So that's why when you guys started talking, I was like, oh, okay, all right, cool. And then that's how I subbed to you. Yeah.
Because you can relate to the story.
Why do you think it wasn't executed?
They interfered, I believe. Probably they interfered.
So they might have saved his life.
Yeah, I think so. And that's their obligation, right?
Their ethical obligation.
Their ethical. It's their ethical obligation. Yeah.
Oh my God, I had to laugh on that one. Sorry. I just had a cigar with Tommy, so I'm still dealing with that. All right.
Yeah, two.
All right. So
Okay. So, all right. He knows I'm not a fan of a lot of the stuff he's doing right now. And he knows about that. He came on my show. We spoke about that. Myself and Dindu had him on, and we spoke about the direction that he's going in. And, we're not, it's tough. But how do you hold, so to speak, a civilian to the same values that we have? Can you actually do that, Carmela? I don't know.
You can. They don't have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Just like it's like they said, this how I believe, like it's rat. You either have rat blood or you can't deal with rats. Like you're either okay with it or you're not. There's not. And then some people speak about the good rats and the bad. Well, you like the good rat, but you don't like the bad rat. What are you talking about? A rat is a rat is a rat.
Yeah.
And either a loyal type person or you're, but if you don't have close ties or anything like that, or if you lost people or people or you see what life really does to you and your family as a whole, where it touches your life,
right?
People don't care. They're typing
Nope.
on the board and they're on the internet, which is fine, and that's how they're able to do it because it doesn't touch them and they don't know and they don't understand and they never will.
Yeah.
When you've lost people and you had to live this, then it's a whole completely different story. It's the treacherous life, and love your chat because there's a lot of people in here that did what they did. I mean, you got Gianni, there's a few people that sometimes they'll post, that they went away or they did this or they did that. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Never know. It looks like they're just typing like regular people in every once in a while. And I can't remember off the top of my head. The only one I could think of right now is Gianni. But you know what I mean? So everybody has this common thread where, I can't relate to that other stuff. I just can't. I just can't do it. But, they make money on it. It's entertainment. There's a lot of people who like it, but I can't stomach it. You know what I mean? Just like I don't watch horror movies. Same thing.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. All right. Try to fix something. All right. That's how it is. Some people, I'd like to say I went.
No, SPK has, ties and.
So listen, you, myself, and SPK will do that show together. We'll plan it.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we should. Yeah, we
okay.
Should. Yeah, we should.
And I just told him that it's a special show to do. I don't want him to get mixed in. It's really going to be a deep show, and we're going to do a really good job at it.
Yeah.
So I just told him we're going to do it together, the three of us. Yeah. We have to commit to a day, and we'll put it together.
Yeah.
And we will definitely put together a beautiful show.
Yeah. Get
all right.
Beforehand. Yeah, like we do. Yeah.
But I definitely want to do it, and he has really
Yeah,
it's a lot of people don't know a lot of the people on here.
No.
A lot of people don't know the history of a lot of people on here. When you start talking and when you start getting into things, it clears things up a little bit.
Right.
It makes you say, wow, okay, now I understand a little bit. No, but I don't like to go half-assed like that. I want it to be special because it's going to be an incredible show.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of people that were really touched by this life, and it's horrible. It's really horrible. There's so many good times too, though. You know what I mean? There's so many. It's just this weird balance. Do you know what I mean?
I do know, and I could tell you obviously from experience that it goes from one extreme to the other. What you guys see, so to speak, glitz, glamour, the vanity of it. You cannot. Okay, let's just say you see 7 wise guy looking guys. I put it like that. How do you say it? I don't know. Let's just say you're in a place, 7 guys. I'm just using the fake thing. Hello, Mom.
You know what
7
they, of
guys walk in, you kind of can tell, right? You kind of get the vibe, right?
course, of course.
We get the dump. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow night, Carmela. We'll see. I'll talk to
Yeah,
SBK after this.
yeah,
So
yeah. It'll be good.
7 guys, they walk in and they have the look, they have the feel, they have the vibe.
Hmm.
You have no idea, because why would you? How it took that full day to just make it to get to that dinner that night.
Oh my God! Right?
This is live, Archie. This is live. We are live right now. So what went on, the nuts and bolts of that day, you cannot imagine.
They already drove in and out of Manhattan twice, up and down Bloomfield Avenue 76 times.
You know, a lot went on that day. Our lives were in danger. We had to go have a problem with that one. You had a problem with that one. There's a lot goes on,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, you were wild too. You were in it, and you know, just that, you spoke of the time that you were in danger. Was that the only time where your uncle tried to have you clipped?
Well, now that I think back on it, I could just tell you from having a different mindset now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Living a different way of life where money is tight for me. Okay, money is tight for me. I'm not crying the blues. I'm just saying money is an issue now, right? So,
Sure.
and I'm working 2 jobs, and I take any hustle that I can get, legit, right?
Yeah.
And I could still just make it, right? Yeah, I got a nice
Yeah.
car, big deal. I got a car payment. But
Right.
so I know the stresses of uh of life. Now, let's just say I partook in something. I bet the Giants and I blew that mortgage payment, or I blew 2 months worth of bills on the Giants on Sunday.
Right.
How angry am I? How desperate might I be that now I'm a degenerate gambler? I got to take money from the house, give it to this douchebag bookmaker.
Yep.
You don't know what's on the brain of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's capable of anything. I'm talking about not the bookmaker, the gambler.
Oh yeah, they're nuts. They're about to lose everything. Right.
They're giving you everything.
Yep.
And
Yep.
to us, we're just collecting on a Saturday or Friday, Thursday, whatever. Okay, 3Gs, 2Gs, 500, 10,000, whatever it might be. And we're just going bang, bang. It's just money moving through hands. Money moving. It's a business. Money's moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, later on, when I think about it, I say, wow, man. So quite honestly, I think I was in danger more than I knew I was.
Yeah.
One time I had to meet somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They had to give us 10,000, right? The guy lost 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little uncomfortable with it. I had to go meet on a dark street in Newark, down by the cathedral, down that way. I had to go. It was a dark street in the middle of Newark, and I had to go meet somebody at night. They were giving us 10,000.
Were you alone?
Now, what do? I'm not that stupid. I'm not going alone.
Right.
But I can't make him think I'm not. I got to make him think I'm alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So I
Mhm.
go to the club. I get 2 guys, and I say, "Come on, we got to go take care of this thing." You park on Bloomfield Avenue. One guy parks on the end of Clifton Avenue. The other guy, you park on Park Avenue. And we got the street kind of, I got both ends of the street covered.
Right. Right.
We're not stopping traffic or anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to meet this guy. Let's say there's 300 houses on the block. There's 100. There's 300. I'm meeting the guy at number 200, right in the middle of the block. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I say, guys, just try to have a good lookout. See what happens over here. Because I don't know. Anything can happen. This guy's giving 10,000. Now, not only is he giving 10,000, he's giving a $10,000 pension check. I don't take checks. The fuck am I doing with a check? I don't take checks. Now he's giving me a fucking pension check.
It's not even.
They told me take the check. We got a guy. We got a
Okay.
guy.
All right.
One point, we get the check cash in 20 minutes.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
still, it's 10,000. The guy's giving you 10,000. And he might be at his last end. Who knows if his wife's inside? She might have chemo going on. He's not doing well. His kids, it could be anything. So you're in danger much more. So now that you asked that question, I was in a lot of danger more than I ever realized. And I've
Right.
been told this by a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, when you're in it, you're in it and you're moving and you're grooving and you're counting money and you're doing your thing and you're having a good time. So you don't really like, okay, not to talk about Joey too much, but in his interview with Vlad's like, how many people do Joey's like, there was always somebody trying to kill me. you know? At some point you just have to be like, it is what it is. If you kill me, you kill me. I mean,
Hold on, hold on.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he knew of it because it was documented.
Right. But
They got caught trying to kill him.
right.
I guess.
Well, but there were more
No.
people than that because Vlad was
Well,
asking him, how many times do you think? He's like, a lot. There was always somebody. You know what I mean?
but here's the funny thing: you have to understand something. He didn't know all of that until court came.
Until after, right? Okay.
Yeah, when somebody went bad and said, we put a bomb under his car, we put it. But he didn't know. He had no idea.
Right.
He knows
Right.
he got shot. He knew of the few attempts,
Right.
but he had no idea of the failed attempts. No idea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there is danger, especially depending on what level you're at. I think the street level has the most. You're really more close to the danger at the street level. The
Yeah.
guys running the streets, listen,
Yeah.
the associates are the most valuable to the organization.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to realize that. Oh, that guy wasn't made. This guy wasn't made.
So
Who the
it's
fuck wants to be made? The associate is banging shit out every day.
mm-hmm.
The associate's hustling. Once the associate gets made, he's obligated. Now he's stuck, totally stuck. He's obligated for this. He's obligated for that. He's
Right.
obligated for a Christmas envelope. Get over it, people. When you hear of an associate, it's the better way to be. It's the better way to be. Not being a maid guy. Being an associate is the best place to be on the streets. Thank you, Salvatore. You know what I mean? Hello, Muffatone. Nice to see you. Yeah. So for me, I would say, yeah, I was in quite a bit of danger.
Yeah.
Not knowing it.
How could you not be? You saw a guy get killed in the street.
Yes.
How close were you to that? You know what I mean? How far
30,
how far
30.
removed are you from being in that position?
I saw that happen 30 yards from me. That was basically wasn't a cold-blooded murder because it was a manslaughter charge, but I saw a guy get killed getting kicked in his temples with steel toe boots right in front of me.
That beat to death. That's
Beat to death. Beat to death. Yeah.
That's
Beat to
insane.
death.
That's barbaric. Like,
This is even before I'm involved in this stuff. I was only
right, you did it anyway.
I was 12 years old when I saw that.
Right? Oh,
Between
God.
12 and 14. I don't remember what year it was. The whole neighborhood saw it. All the kids. We were playing in the street. All the kids saw it.
Oh my God. Right? What a way to grow up.
Yeah. And the cops asked everybody, all the kids, they lined us all up.
I don't know nothing.
The whole neighborhood got lined up. All the kids.
And
And
nobody
we just said we didn't see anything. We just said we didn't see anything.
right?
So that was our instinct. It's just our instinct. It's what we knew,
Right? Imagine.
Mark Giglio, nice to see you, Mark. Godfather Sports is here. So
What?
yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
So
What else? What else in that? What else in that?
So how old were you when you first got into it?
Maybe 17 or
started?
18.
Okay. You were still you were already out of high
I
school.
guess I was just right out of high school where I started doing my own numbers.
And how many years did you do it?
8, maybe.
Yeah.
17,
And then
27. Maybe
yeah.
8 year. I had an 8-year run. I got in trouble because what I was doing was I don't know if you guys remember the football slips. There was the football tickets. They were called football tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And you pass them out to people all around the neighborhood or wherever they are. They circle the top. They circle the bottom. They hand in the slip to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's betting slips. Betting slips.
Mm-hmm.
In just in simple terms, they're betting slips. You hand them out. They hand them into you. I took it upon myself. You can't do this. I took it upon myself to Xerox copy
Oh.
One of the wise guys' football slips. And my business bloomed out of nowhere. Everybody wanted my football slips, but they were all none of them really had the number on it. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, right?
Right.
So I'm handing out these football slips. I got like my own numbers on it, right? And I get called. My uncle calls me and he says, you got to come in. You got to come down here. We got to talk to you. I'm only like 17, 18 years old. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? There's word on the street that you got all these numbers. You're like running your own business. You can't do that. You cannot do it. What do you mean I can't do that? You can't just do that. You just can't do that. Well, no, you can't stop. It stops today. You get a pass on what you were doing. You're young enough. You get a pass on what we're going to say you're young and dumb. I'm going to say, okay, nephew, you're young and dumb, but you can get hurt for this. You get in trouble for this. I don't care how old you are. You get in trouble for this. So what do? They say, all right, you got to bring it with us now. You got to bring it with us, and you're going to buy the tickets from us. The numbers are serial. Every ticket has a serial number on it. You got to purchase the tickets, and then you do your business. And you got to bring them into the club. This is all going to go through the club now.
Okay, so you were doing your own thing, and then they called you in because they were like, "What is this kid doing?"
Yeah,
and that's
business
how
away from them.
Right, of course. So then they called you in, and then that's how it got started. Okay.
And that's how I kind of got started in it. And I never was a gambler. I didn't give a shit about the Giants, Jets, or the Eagles. I never cared. Never.
How much money would
ever.
you say you made? How much money you think you made?
I had 4,000 tickets going out a week.
Okay.
So they're pretty good. You make pretty good. You don't get them all back. I paid to get 4,000 printed. Steve Lanahan used to do the printing for us.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he did the printing for us. He had the guy.
Jesus.
He went bad now. But he was the guy that we got him from, Steve Lanahan. And he had the hook to the printer. Everybody in the area got the tickets through Steve Lanahan. That's it. And then, so who knows? It could be 1,000. You don't get them all back.
Right.
You don't get them all back. So anyway, that's where it started. And then they're like, okay, now you want to answer. Do these people want to gamble? Do any of these people want to bet? Yeah. So, but I was kind of taking my own. I started taking action, stuff like that. And then before you know it, it becomes I don't know. It just grows from there. So from there, I ended up being a full-blown bookmaker because you used to play cards with Steve every morning before he went bad. Gerard, that was a very big shock, Gerard Socelli. When he went bad, it was a very big shock. They called me into the club.
Right.
And they said, do you have anything going on with Stevie? I said, no. Drops the tickets off every Tuesday, whatever. It's nothing. I'm not doing scores with him. I'm not doing any of that stuff, So that's when we found out he went bad. And then they just started getting the tickets from somebody else. But from the tickets, yes. Oh, wow. Yeah, Gerard. Oh, my God. From the tickets, it goes into betting on the games. And then that's where it all snowballs. And that's where you get entrenched in his life, and it grows so quick that you don't even realize how much is growing in front of you. It just grows and grows and grows. And before you know, you got 45 people gambling with you. You got 50 people gambling. You're answering phones. You're taking bets. You're working in an office. It's a lot of hustle.
So you doing loan sharking too? Or
yes.
just yeah.
I preferred that.
Listen,
I love the action of gambling, right? Because I'm ADD, obviously. So I liked answering phones and shit like that. I liked when, sometimes people in the office would be responsible for shifting the action or laying off the action, so to speak, if you kind of know what that means. So you're in the office. Let's just say we're in the office. We got 6 phones lined up. 6 red phones are lined up, and we got 6 guys answering phones. Giants -6, Giants -6, Giants -6, Giants -6, 5,000. Okay, we're too heavy on that. And I would say drop the line on your phone to 5.5. You go up to 6.5. And I got to wiggle these lines. Now, my strength to this was that I was not a gambler. That was my strength. I was not a gambler.
No.
So I could just do this and just It was all business to me. I didn't give a shit who the quarterback was. I got to be honest. After who was the Steelers quarterback back in the 70s? After Terry Bradshaw, I didn't give a shit who was playing. I really didn't. I did
Right.
not care. Had nothing to care about for the sports. But I was good at hustling and moving things and moving lines. And then you gotta lay off some of this action. Now our office is way too heavy. We got way too much going. We gotta lay off some action. So we lay off 50,000 with another bookmaker. You call another guy, you get, what's your line? Archie, Emmanuel, what's your line, Gianni? What do you got? I got 5 on the Giants. Okay, here, I'm gonna put 100,000 with you. And then it just snowballs and here's the problem. You don't even know you don't even think you're doing illegal stuff.
It's crazy.
You don't
Right.
even know. You don't even realize it's illegal. You think it's really just everyday business.
Well, you didn't. Do you think the people in, like your uncle and Pee Wee, do you think they knew
That they knew what?
that this what they're doing is illegal?
Well, they knew it. They grew with it. I was young.
Oh, right. You didn't know. Correct. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you this. Those guys acted as if they were doing something illegal. That's how natural it is. And that's where
Right.
guys get tripped up.
Right. Yep.
So
I
the
get-
question probably is not, of course, they knew they were doing illegal. They're made guys. They know what they're doing. They're captains and made guys, obviously. But
Right.
it's just so natural in the neighborhood. It just comes so natural. You don't think you're doing anything wrong.
Right.
Now, I don't know. What do you think? Is that culture? Gambling and stuff for Italians? What do you think? What's your
1,000%. Yes. For sure. I mean, it starts with cards. It starts with cards when you're a kid.
15 years old, stole my first car. Yes.
Oh no, cards. Playing
Oh,
cards.
yeah.
The culture. You know what I mean? Cards.
Oh, yeah.
And
We
betting.
played what? Everything.
Right. And then so did you're stealing cars at 15? We stole my mother's car. That was the only car we
No,
stole.
I did it. Did my first car at 15. Oh, my God.
Oh my God. And what was that for you or for them, or what did you do with the car? Just to drive it around, or did you what did you do with
No,
it?
we had to get rid of it for somebody. We stole
Uh-huh.
it.
Uh-huh.
I never got charged with this. But I mean, there is a statute of limitation.
I get it. I get it.
No, that's years ago. I'm not going to get in trouble for saying that. But I think we stole it for somebody to do an insurance job, if I remember. I don't know. We stole a car. I think it was a Thunderbird or something. We stole a car. I was 15. We smashed the car up a little bit in Newark by the Passaic River, and then I don't know. But anyway, the crime was in my brain already.
Right. It just stems from there. And then did you do different things outside of just, the loan market and stuff, or no?
I've been, take down this score, handle this, do that, do the other thing. All right. Do this, do that, do the other thing.
That's how it snowballs, though.
No, it's not, but it's very simple. Go over there, take care of that.
Yep.
Pick this thing up. There's going to be somebody, and you're just doing things.
Right.
The worst thing that I was ever approached with was, I've said this before, is, oh man, one of my friends, a guy I know had a pizzeria, a very, very successful pizzeria. Now, somebody outside of town brought this score to me. It wasn't our people. The score was brought to us, and they said, okay, we know this guy makes whatever. I'm going to use a fake number. I don't remember. 500 pizzas on a Friday night. It's all cash. We know the mother brings the money to the bank every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. We want you to get a team, a couple of guys, and you got to intercept this woman when she goes to deposit the money from the pizzeria. And it's not happening. This is not going to happen. This score is, I'm not doing this, and this score is not happening. We got to go talk to such and such. We got to go. Get this out of your brain. This score is not happening. Find somebody else outside of our area. That's a different story.
Right.
But I'm not. Well, you're close. You're here. You're around. But I know. But I call the lady Ma. Like, that's how close we are in this town. That's how close we are in these They call it the Pizza Triangle. Bloomfield, Belleville, Newark. It's called the Pizza Triangle. That's how close the community is.
Yeah.
Belleville, Newark, Bloomfield, the
Mhm.
Pizza Triangle. So I said, squash this. I'm not having anything to do with this, and I would appreciate if you just squash this score. Let's not make this happen. Let's go elsewhere. So anyway, that's the kind of things that come your way when you're starting to get involved in these things.
Right.
So it's
Okay with you saying that. That's
it's not
good.
good. It's not good, and that's where it gets ugly. That's
Right.
where it gets ugly. Now you got to do it without a gun
Right.
because you don't want the gun charge,
And it's a woman.
and it's a woman.
Stop it.
These people are animals. These
Stop.
weren't local people. These were not the people we know. Believe me.
Oh, right.
This is none of the people we talk about. This is a rogue group, so to speak.
Okay.
And I could probably get into that at another time. They're all gone now. They were a rogue group, loosely attached to the people around here.
I would like to know about that. Yeah, for sure.
Loosely attached to the people around here.
Right.
Kind of same families, so to speak, but
Definitely,
different way.
if that's what you're gonna do. Rob a woman on their way to the bank.
No,
you know?
not good. They were animals. This group was
No,
animals.
that's definitely
Animals. Animals. And they weren't here. They weren't in the neighborhood.
the
You follow me? They weren't in the neighborhood. So they didn't have that personal connection.
Mm,
Use these guys on Roosevelt Avenue as an example. They're not going to rob the guy that has the laundromat in the neighborhood. They're not going to do
right.
it.
That's ridiculous.
They're not going to do it. They're going to protect them. If the guy's into them, then they got to collect. But other than a loan shark debt or a gambling debt, he's not bothering. We're not bothering the local guys.
Right.
So
Yeah,
there's so much.
that's animal. Well, that's when I don't know. I feel like when people are doing that, it's more, but there's shady people in every group. You know what I mean? There's always going to be somebody. Like you never know. Like who would have ever thought in a million years Tommy Riccardi's going to go bad? Who would have ever thought? You don't know.
Some people kind of say they're not surprised,
Oh, really?
and then some people say, it's a shock, right?
Steve Lanahan, who would have guessed it? You know what I mean? There's just some people that you just don't expect it. And then you just never know. You never know what this life is going to do to people and what it's going to, I
That
don't
was a
know.
big shock.
I feel
Steve Lanahan was a big shock because he was dear friends with my cousins. He was around all the time.
mm-hmm.
My cousins that were not in the life, he was personal friends with.
Mm-hmm.
And he was around. He would stop in Christmas Eve. He was around. He was like a cousin, And then that was probably a really big shock. Really big shock.
Yeah. I don't even know the full story there. I don't know how many people he put away or what happened, but I do know
Well, he has a good he did an interview. It's out there somewhere. If you Google Steve Lanahan, you'll find it. Tommy, did the cops come in once a week for their cut like they used to? Nope. Mafatone, but they did come in. They were playing gin every day at the club. We had cops in the club, not street cops, corrections officers, stuff like that. They would be in there playing gin during the day in their uniform.
That's wild.
In the uniform. They were neighborhood guys.
So that was legal. So that was legal then, the card games and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
No, you told me it was. I thought you said it was illegal to have money on the table and gamble.
Yeah,
or
that's right. Money on the table and the house taking a cut of every pot. That's what we did.
Okay, and that's what's illegal?
That's what's illegal. So, a couple of guys hanging around.
Playing cards.
There's legitimate social clubs right here.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's legitimate social clubs. The Italian clubs, a lot of them are just that. There's one down the block. They're just hanging out and they're just playing pinochle or whatever they play.
So what makes it illegal is when the house takes a cut.
What's illegal is when Carmela and her group, when Carmela, SBK, Emmanuel, Detroit, Sigi, and Mafatone come in and they're like, let's we need it. Give us a table. Now I
Right.
give you the deck of cards and you pay me for the deck of cards.
Okay.
You always take the deck of cards and you pay for the deck of cards.
Okay.
Then you have a pot of every hand, not the game. You have a pot going, you're playing and you're putting in your bets in the middle of the thing while you play your round of poker or whatever you're playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The house takes whatever they determine it, 5, 10, 15, 20%. Every hand is lost to the house.
So that's what's illegal.
That's what's illegal. That's what we used to do. That's where my mother had the poker games in the basement.
Right. Right.
In my neighborhood, probably a different woman hosted the poker game every weekend. But every weekend there were poker games right along my street where I grew up. Maybe 6 or 7 houses.
Mm-hmm.
They had poker games going on. So when it was my mother wouldn't play. She was the host.
Right.
So she would cut the pot. I didn't know what really was going on. And I was serving the sandwiches. My mother was making the sandwiches. It was her game that week. She didn't play. As much of a poker player as you guys know, as my mother was, she didn't play on her weekend to host.
Okay.
Traveling card game, traveling poker game. And all the women in the neighborhood ran it.
That's wild.
Yeah, right. As soon as you pull out money, you're gambling. That's illegal. That's right, SBK. 100%. Yeah. Bunch of goobans breaking balls, playing gin rummy until the sun comes up. Detroit City, that's all perfect. And guys, listen, is it really that bad? How is this even illegal? 5 guys playing pinochle. How is this even illegal? Well, the house taking the money. The house taking the money.
That's what's illegal. That's what makes it illegal. So what if you were betting and there was just money on the table and you guys were just betting each other and the house didn't take any money? Is that legal?
You're maintaining gambling. How do you call that? Oh my God, what's it called? It's called something.
You're running your own casino.
Running a casino, so it's called something.
Oh, yeah, some bullshit that makes no sense.
Well, it's gambling is legal here, Archie. Sports gambling is legal here. SPK, is it still? Oh yeah, it's still illegal. Yeah, it's still illegal. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's maintaining a casino, basically. Yeah, that's what it is. So most of the stuff that we are interested in, you, me, anybody that did a search for mob stuff, typically it does revolve around gambling. That is the core of our community.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that's how it starts, for sure.
So you said it before. We grow up with that. There's cards everywhere. There's cards, right?
Yeah. Cards, gambling, yeah, for sure. Big gambling. Horse racing. Oh my God, that was huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy stuff. And then my mother was something else. My mother, good poker player. It's crazy. You didn't hear her on that show that night?
Oh God, she said yeah, I used to read the cards. She meant count the cards, but she said, yeah, I used to read the cards. We know what you mean. She said, I used to read the cards. Yeah.
So what chance did I have?
None. What chance did I have?
I know. Crazy, right?
Right?
You should try. Yeah, it's just what it is. Gambling, absolutely, whether you're a bookie, shy or into the numbers, etc., all around gambling. Yeah, we just have been around it forever. Forever. It's unbelievable. We had the craps table in the club. We had poker tables, blackjack tables, you name it. Everything was there.
Right?
Yeah, Mafatone. I mean, you can only get away with it for so long. But listen, when it's a gambling pinch, it varies on your... See, we read in the book when New Jersey turned it to a felony from a misdemeanor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Andy moved his stuff out to New York, right? Isn't that what we read in the book?
Yeah. It was a misdemeanor in New York and it became a felony in New Jersey. What does that tell you?
Yeah, it became a felony, and the first offense for me was 3 to 5. 3 to 5 years. So
how much money would you say you made altogether by that point in time? Did you have a legit job or no?
I always worked. I've been working since I'm a young.
Had a job. Okay.
I've always worked since I'm a young kid.
Yeah.
even being involved in that, work ethic was a big part of my growing up. No doubt about it. My grandfather was at the social club every night, but worked every day.
Right, right, right.
2 social clubs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 2 social clubs. One Italian club and one Italian American club. Right in Branch Brook Park in Newark, at the club. In the park.
Your mother and
My
father.
grandfather. It was like the recreation center. They
Uh-huh.
turned it into a social club in the park.
Okay.
So
Wow.
every day people go to. So anyway,
Nice.
so wait, what was that question? You had
I
wait,
said
wait, wait.
both of your parents are Italian,
Yeah,
full-blooded
yeah, yeah,
Italian.
yeah, 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 yeah,
What
yeah.
part?
Barry, Bares, and
Mm,
Salerno, and Salerno.
okay. Okay.
But I'm American first.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
We're
My,
American. We're
my
American, but it's in the culture.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's in you. It's I don't know. It's just in you. It's just in you. Like there's
Yeah.
certain things that I could watch or listen to that I get emotional about. My sister don't get it. She doesn't get it. We have different fathers. We're different dads. But my mother's Lithuanian and my father's Italian, but she's a crazy Lithuanian who hung out
Yep.
with a lot of Italians and in New
Yeah.
Jersey, and it's just the way it was everywhere. What are you gonna do? What are you
Wow,
gonna do?
that's
It's all you
crazy.
see. It's all you see. Like it's normal for you. You don't realize that somebody would look into your life and be like, "What the hell goes on in this house?" You know what I mean?
Well, we just thought everything was normal, just like our food, just like our culture, just
Right.
like our traditions, our everything we do. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And then one day, what the hell's going on? They're rounding up 30 guys. Well, how did this come out? So with gambling in New Jersey, that's why sticking to gambling is the least charge, the least time. Okay. So 3 to 5 on your first offense on a gambling offense in New Jersey, 5 to 7 on your second gambling offense, 7 to 10 or more on your third offense. That's without all the conspiracies and all that other stuff.
Right. Right.
That's where it gets funky.
Yeah,
You know.
Gianni. Lithuania used to be part of Russia. Yes. It was, yeah. And
Yeah.
now it's his
See,
own little,
Detroit City, that's where it gets into a whole other thing
yeah.
because they're degenerate gamblers. The card game ends up as a loan. It's unbelievable when one night of cards could turn into in a club is crazy.
Right.
And then even at that, you got crazy white guys coming in and robbing their own game. We've had it.
Right. Yeah.
Cabert robbed the game in the neighborhood. Came in,
Kabert was
robbed the
out of
game,
mind. That guy was nuts.
robbed the game. I don't want to say too much about it, but yeah,
I
robbed the
believe
game.
it. And then what? And what was the repercussions after that?
I don't. No, nothing. He got made. I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. But no repercussion.
He
Nothing.
got his butt. Yeah. Oh my
Everybody
god.
was afraid of him.
Right. Yeah. He was.
Everybody was afraid of him.
He was a loose cannon. That one.
See when Joey. Nobody knows this, but the last pinch that Joey took, Joey Merlino, the last pinch he took was a gambling pinch.
Mm-hmm.
They were charging a whole bunch of people with this organized crime stuff. All
Mm-hmm.
Joey did, in all honesty, was make a bet over the phone. He gambled. He wasn't a bookmaker. He gambled. And he pled guilty to gambling over the phone, whatever it might be. And they gave him 2 years on that. That was the only time that he pled guilty. So when you hear these people saying mob boss this, mob boss that, where is that?
Right.
Murderer, where is that?
Right.
Never admitted, never convicted of being a mob boss. The mob bosses get what? What they get in the commission? 100 years? What did those guys all get? 100 years?
Oh, I don't know.
The commission trial, Giuliani's trial.
I don't remember.
They got 100 years. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
Huh.
So they're like a mob boss. Well, where are you finding mob boss? Where he's not a convicted mob boss. He got convicted of racketeering.
Mm-hmm.
He got convicted of it. He did 14 years. He did 20 years, the guy. He's 61. He did 20 years. Never said a word. The only time he took a plea was his last pinch. He pled guilty to placing a single bet. Implicated nobody, no conspiracy, no nothing. The guy never pled guilty. He fought the death penalty.
That's
When he said, I got 14 years, he says, well, that's a layup.
right.
That's a layup compared to the death penalty
Compared to
or
life.
whatever.
Right.
So these people go on and this, that, the other thing. It's typically the rats that have a problem with it. It burns them up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, Joey's doing quite well for himself. That's evident. He's
Yeah, it
doing
is.
all right. He's doing all right. He's smart too. He's a businessman too. What were they
Yeah.
doing? I saw um snuff in the pool today. What are they giving away? What are they selling? You know what I mean? It's
Well,
always something, you know?
that's all sport. That's all for the sports. I don't follow the
The
sports stuff.
sports. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't understand.
I don't know what's coming up. Basketball, something. I don't know. I follow wrestling, so I don't know.
Right.
The basketball stuff. It's all the sports stuff. I don't know. Those guys are really legitimate. They know sports in and out. They're gamblers.
Yeah.
But Snuff, he's down there now. I think he's living down there.
Did he move?
I think so.
Oh,
He quit
wow.
his job. He quit. I say he quit. That's a horrible thing to say, but he gave up the job at his regular job, and
Yeah.
they're doing great with this, with the Patreon. There's
Wow.
people out there with Patreon. They got 30, 40 people. Got like 10,000.
That's crazy. That's a
If they
crazy.
got 10,000,
What does that come to? 10,000 at $15
15 a month. $15 a month. If they got 10, I think they got about 10,000.
150 a month.
150,000 a month. If the numbers are accurate, I from what I understand, because there are some shows with that get 10,000 likes, which means you got to be a Patreon member to hit the like button.
Oh.
I think somebody said once there was 11,000 likes on one video.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, good for him. Well, yeah, people get mad. Well, they're mad too that he came on and this happened for him so quickly. It didn't take him very long.
Yeah.
To switch over to Patreon and get this many people that were interested
Look,
in.
You could call him an opportunist. You could say he abandoned people. You could call him whatever you want to call him. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Why wouldn't he be? Of course.
Why wouldn't he be?
Course.
His name is a brand, right, Carmela?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, what do you think the lore is to it? What, in your opinion, as a woman or as an individual understanding the culture, what is the lore to it?
For me, I can only speak for me. My lore is that he did his time like a man. Well, he's a good-looking guy. He got a great personality. He's funny as hell. He tells a great story. Him and Snuff definitely go great together. That to me, that the lure is that you lived the life, you did what you did, and you didn't rat on anybody. And he can't stand rats, and he gets on there and he talks about it, and he doesn't care he doesn't care. That's another big lure for me. He doesn't care who he talks about or what he says. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care who you like or who you know. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say what I think. You know what I mean? I'm going to go after who I want to go after. There's no limit. There's no, you know what I mean? He's going to do what he wants to do, whether people like it or not.
Now, listen, you have seen, I don't know, you might have not seen some of these stupid shows that say there's bosses having meetings about this podcast and they're saying, cease, stop right now. Like the Genovese boss.
Barney. Yeah, Yeah, that's what they're doing. But because Barney is watching you. Stop it. It has nothing to do with anything that's happening right now.
Do you think wise guys are having meetings about this?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Sure. Yeah. Yep. That's what they're doing. And they're turning on YouTube and they're watching it in the social club. That's what they're doing. What?
Oh my God.
Not in a million years.
Maffetone, I'm going to tell you, I was down there. How long ago was I down? How long was it? A month? 2 months ago? When did I go there? I don't know. So Matt Fatone saying, I bet you Joey Merlino's neighborhood was safe.
Right. Yes. Yeah, Gianni. No. Yeah, Barney. What? He doesn't even probably know what YouTube is
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
at
So
all.
the neighborhood is still the same. There's no change there. They don't even know how to turn on the computer. SBK,
Right.
you're right. So they're doing shows that SBK. These guys are doing shows. Bernstein's, whatever the fuck his
They
name
run
is, he's
out of
doing shows.
content. They run out of content. They have to make up stories. What do you
They're
think?
doing shows saying that they're having meetings about Joey's podcast. What are you talking about?
You think to put
He's
Joey
playing golf in Boca. You think he gives a fuck about any of these people?
right?
Bernstein.
Scott
There's
Burns.
not no made man, period. No more we talk to him. Salvatore, can you imagine? This is what this guy is saying. My sources told me.
Because you have source. Who? Jeff Nadeau?
Oh my God.
Who's your source? What are you talking about right now?
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
but people eat. That's the thing, though. People eat it up. You know, they do. They love it. They love it. Or these people wouldn't still be around. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they do had to be doing pretty damn well to up and quit Barstool Sports. I don't know how well he's doing now. I really wish I did. I wish I had just some idea. You know what I mean? Just to get an idea. Like right now, we have an idea of what Joey's doing. But what would it be on like somebody like Nadeau, who is just an unlikable
Lack of
Italian
content.
hating, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got issues with a lot of things and a lot of people. He does not take criticism well. You know, you could criticize Joey. Joey don't care. You criticize Tommy. Tommy don't care. He don't care. We don't care. Nobody cares, right? I don't
Yeah.
care, right?
I
You
don't
don't
care.
care.
Yeah, I
But
don't
like
care.
with you, he's like a freaking little crybaby. He's like you're not cut out for that. However, he does have a following. People do like him. I'm sure he's making money. I don't know if he ever got a day job. I don't know I would just like to get an idea, somebody like that. And Sakali. And then, some of those people now they're selling everything. I would love to know, just the ins and outs. Like, how well does that stuff do? Is he selling this stupid vodka? How many cigars does he? You know what I mean? Just to get an idea of how well this goes.
I wonder.
He gets like 5,000 views. The last time I looked, the Chicklets he got like 5,000 views. Are some of them bought? Are some of the, what? You don't know. I would love to really just know.
I know. Well,
Because
listen, they had to
definitely
go.
got people funding him, or he's got a ton of money.
Who, Nadeau?
It's probably no Chicali. Don Cicali. He's definitely got
Yeah, but
a
he's a government employee, isn't he?
Oh, I would say so. I would say so. I mean, I don't know what he's doing on YouTube, but I mean,
Yeah, but
he's selling
SBK,
everything
what do
under-
you think that he's a government employee, isn't he? Is he not? Are they not anymore?
Oh, I don't know. Some people seem to think that he still is.
I don't know how it all works. Are these guys stipend for life? I don't know how it all works.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, Salvatore. I mean, I would think they're all right. Sigi, yeah. I would think they're all getting money from their program. I'm assuming. Aren't they in this program? Or no?
What?
Aren't they in like some kind of government program where they get a certain amount of money, but they got to testify for the next 5 years or some shit like that? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's part of their deals. Like they have to, you give up Carmela, Stigs, and Gianni. Nick M goes free, and he gets $1,000 a month, and he has to agree to testify for the next 5 years. There's all deals, so
right.
They got to be funded somewhere.
Right. Right. He's not, but how well are all of his products doing? Who are the people backing him? Like, you need people to back you when you do stuff like that, because as we all know, the rule is, because I was, with a degenerate gambler, and he was just like, listen, you never use your own money. You'd never use your own money. Somebody will always give you money to do this or that or the other. So I mean, I highly doubt that Sakali is back in all his own. You know what I'm saying? You need people that are going to fund you for a piece of it. Like that's typically how that goes, would be my guess.
Yeah, because think about it. They went to rock bottom. They went away to prison. They lost everything they had.
Mm-hmm.
How are they all of a sudden going to do something like this? There's not a lot of money in this, though, unless you have sponsors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of money in YouTube.
No,
20,
there's not
30,
a lot of
40,
money
50.
in YouTube, but you need people to back you to peddle all the crap you're selling. You know what I mean?
And then you got to sell the
I
stuff.
don't think that YouTube is the only place that he's trying to sell vodka and cigars. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, yeah.
You know?
Thankfully,
Mhm.
thankfully, we're older and at a time where we could just enjoy this shit.
Oh,
Because
God,
this
yeah.
is not a job. I can't see how people. This is spare time stuff. This is fun.
Mhm. But if you get lucky, you get to a point where you branch out and you do other things. Like let's say you had a show, and I'm just using Sikali for the moment, or Franzese, he's another one. But but Sikali, like, to the point where you just start peddling your own stuff. You just have your own business.
Yeah,
You
I
know, you
know.
just start your own thing. It's like not like you're not working. You are working. You got to peddle this crap you got now. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got you
Right.
got a room full of vodka and wine and 42,000 cigars you got to get rid of. It's still
Oh
work.
my God.
It's still
Yeah,
work.
Mike F, you're right. Sammy got to keep his money. You're right. And so did Joe Messino got to keep his money.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
there's no doubt. SPK, there's no doubt that these guys put the work in and were in it.
right. They
When it
just don't
came
work
time to
like
pay the
jobs.
piper, they flipped.
Working for
They
themselves.
flipped.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle the time, right? Yeah, there's no doubt about that. He's not a murderer. So he's not saying he's not.
Right.
He's not saying he's not. He's
So,
admitting to what he does.
do you think Vinny Basciano will ever get retried, or what do you call it? Is it retried? What do you call it?
Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's beating a dead horse with a lot of these guys that are convicted and sentenced.
Yeah, I think Marty Tessetta
But that's different. There was shenanigans going on. That's totally different.
yeah.
He's not getting a compassionate or anything. They played dirty. When the guy got murdered, he was at a dentist appointment here in Nutley.
Yeah.
And the numbers were fudged. He's got a
Well,
good shot.
I mean, that's just a whole lot of time to
He's got a
do.
good shot.
Why does it take 30 years though?
He hasn't been. He hasn't. Here, listen.
That's
Okay,
terrible.
I'm going to tell you what happened. At 20, at about 20 years, they got a half-ass overturn. He got out. He
Oh.
got pinched. He got pinched 3 times in 2 years.
Oh. Doing
He
what?
did. He
Rico? What?
gambling stuff.
Yeah.
He got it. He got a 10-year sentence.
Oh.
It's running together. It's done. That sentence
Got
is done.
Got
That's
it.
state time, and you get parole. 10 years is 3 years in New Jersey State.
Okay.
Joey Perna got 10 years in the same case. He got out in 3.
Okay.
Ralphie Perna got, I'm not Ralphie, Johnny Perna got 10 years. He got out in 3. Big Ralph, the father, got 8. He got out in under 3. You know what I mean? So it's different. So Marty got pinched in the same case. And he got the 10. But so they sent him back in. But that's independent of this situation of the shenanigans that went on. He was not convicted of the body. Tommy Riccardi apparently was convicted of the body and then turned state.
That's just terrible.
So he really does not deserve. Nobody's saying he doesn't deserve to do. Nobody says anything like that. That's
No, everybody,
that's straight up ignorance, right?
part of the life. It's part of the life.
Part of
And
the life.
that's the whole thing when you sign up for it. Okay, so my biggest thing is when a made guy turns rat. I hate rats all around, but if you actually go through the whole thing and you go and you get made and now you're really in this thing. Not that you're not if you're an associate, because you are. I get it. But when a maid guy rats, I just want to throw up.
They really went through the whole process.
And, you did all this. You got sworn in and you did the whole thing and you know what this is and you're in it, 10 toes down and you're doing your thing. And this is what you do because you can't go to jail. Some of them rat for 15 years.
It's
You
unbelievable.
can't go do 15.
The whole thing is that you no matter if you get betrayed or not, betrayal's part of their life.
Yes,
It's an
true. And you
unfortunate
never know who
reality
it's going
of
to
the
be.
life.
Yeah. And you never know who it's coming from, for sure.
Apparently Mikey Scars was facing like 8 to 10 years. He got shelved. He felt bad. He went bad.
Well, that's the thing. That's the one. That's like one fine example. 8 to 10 after all you've done and people have done for you in this thing, and you can't do 8 to 10.
He
Go
got
in there and
sensitive.
behave yourself, you'll be out in 8.
He got sensitive, not for the time, because he got shelved. Now, I'm going to tell you something about being shelved.
Oh.
Sometimes being shelved is the better thing for you.
Sometimes it's a gift, 1,000%. Well, because people get their ego involved and they can't do it. So
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
it.
Who am I to get shelved?
Right.
Right.
You're
You
nobody.
shelved
That's
me.
why
I'm your biggest earner.
Right.
But being shelved actually protects a lot. People don't realize this is a tool that's in the toolbox that the boss decides to use. When you get shelved, nobody can associate with you. They can barely talk to you. They cannot talk crime to you. You know how many people that is protecting? You got to take being shelved. You got to go with that. And they get off the shelf. They get taken back off the shelf in due time.
Right.
You're on the shelf, not because the boss treats you like a jerk off. It's a business move.
Right.
And then he goes and puts 80 guys away. He did more damage than Gravano.
Oh,
Nobody knows this.
The amount
Gravano has it because he put Gotti away and it's a big name. But Michael has 80 guys.
Right. Right.
Sammy has 36 or 39. But it's Gotti. He put Gotti, and Frankie what's his name? Frankie Locascio.
Right.
So that's where that all comes in,
Listen to Gianni. He said what's worse is some guys made their bones clipping a guy that they thought was a rat just to turn around and rat themselves.
Oh my God, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, it does get crazy, but that's the thing that gets me. Why would you go through all of that if that's what you're going to do? What do you think that's going to get you? And then you're excommunicated. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Now what do you got to do? Do you go in a witness protection program? You got to move away. You can't live here anymore. You can't show your face. That's why Joey says we can go anywhere. Joey can go anywhere.
That's right.
These people can't go anywhere. They can't. Where are they going? They live in Arizona now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 6 weeks ago, he was at Rayos. They were at Rayos.
Right? Yep.
They were in Harlem at Rayos.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Jersey. They're everywhere.
Yep. Yep. But,
People just don't see Scars for who he really is because he's refined and speaks well. Just because the guy acts like a gentleman, 80 families affected.
Oh, disgusting. He's
80 times 4. That's 320 affected.
Mikey Scabs. Yeah. Disgusting.
Terrible.
And then people and then little by little the people creep in. I don't watch them, so I don't know. But
they come into your algorithm sometimes.
You
they
know what?
pop up.
Yeah, but sometimes, or I just hear people talk about it in other like this one did this or that one did that. But like it's the people that creep in. So like was who ended up with who's the one that ended up with Sammy? Was it OC Shorts? Who would have thought that? He was doing his little thing, and then all of a sudden, you're like, really? I mean,
But
I never watched. Huh?
But think about this. OC Shorts has no obligation. He doesn't even understand our culture.
True.
He's just doing his business.
Yeah, I get it.
So for him, how are you going to hold OC Shorts to the codes that we live by?
Right.
You don't have to be made to live by the code. You're a woman and you know that you would live by these things. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be a wise guy to live by these principles that are instilled in us. This is what we know, right? So it's hard to hold him to that standard because he's just a business.
Sometimes sometimes you just never expect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then
we're a little
and
shocked.
then it's like a big rat pack. What's the whole rat pack that all got together? What was it? Was it Sakali and Scars and I forget. I just saw
Well,
like a
listen,
clip of it.
Joey sent me a picture. It was Reggiano,
Yep.
Sammy, and I think Gene Barillo, possibly.
Oh God, that maniac. Oh my God.
He sent me the
Barillo and
picture a couple
A-Light.
days ago. Hold on, if I can find it. Hold on.
Oh my God, Barillo and A-Light. Look at that. Look at those beauties.
Wait, let me see if I can find it.
But people eat that up. Like, who could sit there and watch those two knowing what they did? Like, they're absolutely
Okay.
crazy, pathological liars, and they eat it up. It's
Oh, the Rat Pack.
it's
Okay,
interesting. It's
the Rat
interesting.
Pack. He sent me the Rat Pack. It's Sammy, Gene, and Reggiano.
Sammy Jean, Sammy. Oh,
And and Andy or Anthony and Reggiano.
A-Light. Did A-Light rat too? He's a rat too, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. All of
Yes.
them.
Yeah. Right. So you got all these guys doing their things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They look homeless. Yeah, yeah, Salvatore. Yeah. He said they look homeless.
Oh my. Joey's funny, man.
He
He's a
is hysterical, right?
yeah, funny.
What
Yes.
else did I want to talk about? Okay, so yeah, so some of their shows are kind of dying off, the rat shows.
Yeah.
Remember Sakali and the dude they did the Groupon thing? They got the Groupon. You
Oh
could get
yeah, they had the
the group
clearance rack.
clearance sale with the Groupon.
Hmm.
Get a Groupon for their podcast.
Yeah.
So it all goes away. It all dies out. It all gets boring. But like you said before, if you don't know who they're talking about, you don't care.
I don't care. I
Okay.
care about the couple people that I care about, and that's all that really interests me. And then
Yeah.
if you get some decent people in a chat, then then you like to go hang out, say hi to everybody. It's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, not for nothing. You know how I feel about MRE. That guy makes me laugh. That guy
He's a,
makes me freaking laugh.
he
He's
is funny.
funny.
Yes, he
He
is.
is a funny guy. He's funny.
Well,
But too many of those shows I don't really watch either. I go in and out of the chat.
yeah,
A couple of them, but there's
drama
not.
stuff I don't like. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's corny. It's so corny.
Yeah, the rat shows did take a quick dive, Mafatone. This is true. This is true.
Yeah, when Merlino came out. Well, okay, so they took a quick dive, and then some of the people that were doing rat shows, all of a sudden, now they're anti-rat.
Well, because
You know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean?
right.
Because
True.
now that's the cool thing to do because here comes Joey, right? So now we
Yeah.
got to do what they're doing because look at this over here. The rat genre is gone, so now everybody got to be anti-rat, but some of the rats are still out there making their content and people love it. So it's just a weird place to be, you know? You just get to see who follows what and you know, what are
You
your
see who's been consistent? Who is consistent?
who's consistent? That too. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I saw? You know what I saw in my algorithm? Okay. One of the rats did a show that came up.
Mhm.
And in opening credits of the show that he was doing, he thanked this is a rat guy. This is a rat. Because it burns their soul that there's people out there that still get respect on the street. He
Uh-huh.
put thanks to such and such.
He
Such and
what?
such is a made active guy on the street right now.
Wait. I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that?
This rat did a show about whatever story it was.
Got it.
And in the opening credits or whatever, in his opening dialogue, whatever the frig you want to call it, his introduction, he
Yeah.
put thank you to such and such. Such and such is an active guy on the street right now. This rat
Oh my
put
God.
this guy's name in it, making like he's telling them.
Who was it?
I can't say. He's
Tell
an
me.
active guy.
Tell
I'll
me
tell you
later.
after, but he's
Tell
an
me later.
active guy, active now. Like
Oh my
so,
God.
basically, he lied and dry snitched on the guy.
Oh my
He put the
God.
name of an active guy right there. Thanks to
Oh
such
my.
and such for the story.
Wow.
Now, other guys on the street know they're not going to go by that. They're not going to listen to that. They know what the motive is. You know what I mean? You
Wow.
know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Panisi is the worst. Oh, that one. He's disgusting.
So that's what goes on. That's the shit that happens.
Wow, that's
So,
that's bold just for a YouTube show. Do you know what I mean? That's bold.
bad stuff, man. Bad stuff.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
bad stuff. But hey,
Here's
it is what it is.
it
This
is
is what these people do. This is what these people do.
right.
Because it's killing their souls that they did this, right?
It's
Yep.
what
It's eating at their souls. It's burning them up inside that they did
I
this.
would hope so. I would hope
All
so.
right, so all right, we did a little bit of everything tonight, guys. We did a little bit of everything tonight. We talked about the rat stuff. We'll get into more stuff next time. I know she's looking to dip into my whole discovery here. She wants to
know.
pick this apart.
Yeah,
She
we
wants to
gotta
pick this thing apart right here.
we gotta
She
do
wants
it.
to get into some of the nuts and bolts, and we will do that,
We'll
right?
do it. Yeah, we gotta do a little pregame before that one. I don't know. Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta. Yeah, and then SPK too. You know,
Yes.
you guys gotta work that out together
Yeah, I'll
too.
talk to him. Maybe we'll do tomorrow night. We'll see.
All
What's
right.
tomorrow? Thursday? What's
Yeah.
tomorrow? Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. Are you still doing Joey's show with him?
Joey's show is in the afternoon now, so it's simple.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
Patreon goes on at 1 o'clock, and there's not much. I don't really do that much in there. Nope.
Okay.
You know why? There's no trolls on Patreon.
Oh, right. So you don't have to monitor anything.
I
Yeah.
monitor because they do part of it on the YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and they both pop at the same time. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, you're gonna see. You're gonna see two. You're gonna see two. You're gonna see the YouTube, version, and then the Patreon version. It comes out at the same time.
Got it.
The
Okay.
problem is, I go over to the YouTube one first and try to watch that chat, and try to knock out all the douchebags. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Before I can go watch the. I got to tell you, when he was doing the live shows and I was what did I do in there? What's it called? What's my
You're
job
the
in there?
moderator. Yeah.
Moderator. When I was moderating the chat, I couldn't really pay attention to the show.
It's hard. Like that's why I get lost a little bit too. Like I'm trying to read the chat and talk and pay attention. It's hard. Yeah. But his chat was 90 miles an hour and you were picking them off left and right.
The trunk was full. Sometimes the trunk was overflowing.
Like a sniper. That's
But
crazy.
that's what I was there to do, so I did it.
Right. And then he said, yeah, this isn't really well, no, it was fine until that he was like what
Yeah.
they do, they demonetized them and they
Yeah, they took care.
them and
Well,
got
they
him out of the algorithm and everything else. Yeah.
yeah, they really screwed him over there. So he wasn't going to make any money there. It
Oh,
was a
it's
good start for him.
make the thumbnail. Make the thumbnail.
I will. It was a good start. It was a kickstart to doing what they're doing now. They found Patreon. They fired Hollywood. I think somebody in the chat asked.
Oh, they got rid of him, huh?
Somebody in the chat asked about the production team. I don't know who it was.
Did you was there a contract with him or no? Just like a
They were
partnership.
never no obligation.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Somebody asked, guys. Oh, shit, I wish I could answer that question. It's way back. This chat was flying tonight too. So
I
don't
know.
know.
No.
Oh, you asked earlier. Okay, Archie. What was it? What was the question, Archie? Yeah. Okay. Good. See, this is what I pride myself on, being able to communicate with my chat.
Oh, SBK, I can't do that.
No.
No, I can't do that.
SPK. Do your notes have anything about? Yeah. You asked earlier, Archie. Just what was your question? Did they break up basically with Hollywood?
Oh, me?
No, Archie asked. I think.
Oh, Archie,
before.
sorry. Okay.
Okay, here. Whether he's still working with him, because I heard he's been. That's correct. No, he's not. They're independent now, Archie. Jeff Nadeau broke the breaking news last week, but it's
Yeah. 4
it
weeks.
happened over. It happened over a month ago, and it's
4
not
weeks,
my
yeah.
business. It's not my business. It's not my business to put that out. It's not my business to put that out. I would never do that. Oh my God, I would never do something like that.
Right.
I knew.
Right.
I would never do that. Oh my God.
I mean, first of all, what does it matter? The show is the show, with or without that guy. It's not even like he was in the front.
Look,
You know what I mean? Like,
Stand-up guy used to say it. It's all for about clicks and ticks, clicks
That's
and ticks, clicks and ticks, and that's what these guys do. I choose not to do that. When's the last time you saw me with Joey Merlino in my heading?
no,
Never. I don't
no,
even think I ever did, except when we did the follow-up shows, possibly.
right.
I don't.
Yep.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just rather be me and have a good time with me.
Yeah.
Now, if Angelo wants to come on, Angelo calls, Stigs, let's do a show. I got put put it together. Snuff wants to go on. He said, "Come on, let's do it." Let's do it. So I do it.
Yep.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? And then I put but I don't just put Snuff in my title. Joey Merlino, John Gotti.
When there's no show to speak of, if you put snuff in in the title of your show, you're gonna have snuff on your show. Otherwise, why would you have it? And these people do it all day long. So
all day.
it makes no sense. It's stupid. Breaking
So
news.
so what it is it's actually you're getting a false base. They're not coming to see you.
No, yeah, they don't care. How else they would have nothing to what would they do? That's what Joey and Stump were saying. What would they talk about if they didn't talk about us? They'd have no content. What would they do? Like
Right.
I have never tuned in, but I don't have any idea. But I can't imagine what those two maniacs talk about. Freaking A-Light and Borello. Can you imagine that show? And they have people who
Same
follow.
thing. So what they're going to see is not them. They're going to see them what they're talking about.
Right.
Right? If
And they
Stigs and
run out
Carmela
of
put
content.
John Gotti such and such, or Sammy Gravano, or
Right.
or who's the most popular guy on MobTube? Jeff Nadeau. So if we capitalize on the big celebrity Jeff Nadeau, we would put,
Well,
be
yeah,
funny.
that's how it works. Right.
Be
But then after a while, when there's no more stories to tell, what do? You got to make up stories.
So they got to use their name. So they put Joey Merlino, Joey Merlino, Joey Merlino, Joey Merlino. Every fucking day is Joey Merlino.
Every day. A couple of rats with Joey Merlino in the title of their show. What?
Oh my God. It's unbelievable.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
they're not there. So do they feel bad? Do these people realize they're not there for them?
they don't care. They do
We
not.
put over here, you and I, or me, or whatever, we put over here, we're going to chat. Tuesday Night Live with Stigs and Carmela at the Social Club. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Not Tuesday night. Stigs and Carmela are going to talk about Joey Merlino. Going to talk about John Gotti.
Right. Oh,
There's
God.
none of that.
Oh, God. Right.
You want them to want to come into the Social Club. We push back. I put none of that stuff. You want them to come here to be with you, not to be with you because you're talking about Sammy
Right.
Gravano or
Right.
whoever
Some hot topic
right.
or some name that's going to grab you. But you know what I mean? How many times can you tell the same story? You have to get creative. If that's your jam, if that's what you're doing,
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
boring.
run out of stuff. What are you gonna do?
It's boring. To me, it's boring.
It is boring. I can't watch all that. I can't.
The ones I will watch that
Stand up
come
guy is
in.
hysterical. He makes me laugh.
Well, but that's drama, not a
It
watch.
is drama. It is drama. It is. And I can stay for a little while. Don't stay long, but because he's funny. I have to laugh. That's it. That's why I like stand-up guy, and that's why I like MRE. MRE makes me fucking cry tears listening to that guy.
He is something,
When
man.
he goes off on Jimmy Calandra,
Oh my God.
he's out of his mind.
Oh my
That's
God.
talent. That's talent to me. I have to be able to laugh. If I can't laugh, I'm bored. So I
He
mean, like,
doesn't even know that he's that funny.
I don't think he does. I don't think he realizes how funny he is.
Oh my God. It's
All those voices that he does, and oh God, he's very, very.
Oh my God. He is something. Oh my
But like,
God.
there's only a few that I could like watch the whole show. Stand-up guy is funny too. When he gets on a roll, I just tune in to listen to him rant sometimes because it's hysterical. He's
Yeah.
funny. Other than that, if you don't grab my attention like that, I can't be in there. I'm bored.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to log off the show. Stay on. We'll hang out for a couple of minutes. All right. Thank you, guys. Carm, anything to say to the crew?
No, thanks for hanging out. It was a good time. It was a good time.
We had a good time. All right. Look out for some more thumbnails from me and Carmela. We'll do this more. We'll have a good time with this.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All
We
right.
will talk to you later. I'm hitting end stream. Hold on a minute, Carm.
All right.